Good to talk to you. Look forward to seeing you next week. And tell your family I said hello. Talk to you soon. Call me on your flip phone. You can call me on a flip phone. You can call me on my flip phone. Hey, it's your friend T, back with another Flip Phone Files. I rock a Sunbeam wireless Daisy model, and you can do this too. I'll put a link down there. This is a company that I particularly like. I've been getting a lot of comments, and I wanted to address a couple of them. Number one about the Daisy. It does have a touchscreen, so you can peck out on a touchscreen keyboard, QWERTY keyboard, and do that instead of doing the T9. Right? You can do that. You can. However, it doesn't go sideways, so you can't double thumb this thing like this. That would be, I don't think that would work very well anyway. What I love about this phone is it's got a message button right there. I click that, it goes straight into my messages, and I can just hit reply, and then I voice to text. I voice to text 99% of the time. Works like a charm. Yes, for it to work with Sunbeam Wireless, because they use a third-party provider for the voice to text, meaning I think their back end is Microsoft. It's $40 a year. Could be $4 a month. I gave them $40 for the year. They give you a couple of months free. But let me tell you, by the time you save money by jumping to a different service provider, right, a low cost like Mint or US Mobile or something like that, and so basically you could pay $12 a month for your phone service and another $4 a month for the voice to text. And if you text a lot, let me tell you, it's worth every bit of it. But I also want to talk about the security. Somebody asked me about the security on this. This is a stripped down Android. There is no way to install apps. There's no web browser. There's no GPS on this phone. Sunbeam has this company is very good about privacy. They respond every time. If I just email support at Sunbeam Wireless, right? They send me back a message the same day generally, right? Very, 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 very good support. Now, is the phone super rugged? Probably not. Is it waterproof? Probably not. There's a SIM card back here. Pop in a SIM card. So basically what I did was I went to my iCloud and I exported all the people I wanted, dropped them on a little, not a SIM card, but on a data card, little microchip, popped it in the back, boom, import, they're all in my phone. Big whoop. And then what I've been doing is just saving that little chip in case something were to happen. Or I put a file on my iCloud basically, so that I could get it back if I needed to. So those are the big questions about it. I've been rocking this phone since September, and during the World Series, I backslid and put it in my iPhone because I wanted to listen to the World Series. But I had a kind of an interesting thing I'd already what I thought broken my quote unquote addiction to picking up my phone all the time, but just having the damn SIM card in my iPhone again, I would just pick it up and I would look at nothing. I would click on the news thing, which was boring as all get out, and I'm sitting there staring at a screen. When you have a flip, people I get this all the time, the fear. People are so afraid of letting go of their fucking smartphone. I can't, yeah, just fucking do it. Just do it. Fucking, if you're going to tell me that in 2022 that you cannot live with this voice and texting, right? You can't figure that shit out, then you're not as strong of a human being as you probably think you are. You want to get strong, right? You work out, you do some fasting perhaps, maybe do some cold therapy, jump in a cold shower, and you get rid of your smartphone, right? That's part of the protocol. Everyone's trying to hack all this stuff and everything, and it's like, get your mind back and get rid of the damn device, because anything you can do on there, you can just do on your computer real quick. Whatever you need to do, batch it all up, do it on the computer, and walk away. You don't need to be entertained. Learn how to read a book again, right? Get a fucking paperback novel, a little mystery novel. Get a library card, how about, and go to the library and read a book, like a real book, that sort of thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What are you going to do for music? Oh, what do you do for music? You know what I did? I'm going to make a video on this. I emailed I emailed about 5 of my friends, and I got 7 iPods. This turns out to be my favorite one. It's a little iPod Nano. It works with these great Apple headphones. When I plug it in, I got the volume right there. It's 16 gigs. I've got over 1,000 songs on here, and it's like, boom. I've got great music, right? And I make little playlists. I use old iTunes, like old school iTunes, right? And how you do that, I need to make a whole video on that. But what you do is you turn off the Apple Music segment of it so that you only see MP3s that you can put on your iPad, on your iPod. So there you go. That's been my update. I know I'm sounding a little angry or amped. It's just it's a little cold, so I'm a little amped up. I'm also while I'm on my flip phone rant on the flip phone files. Just, do you want to be? I'm going to ask you. Do you really want to be one of those people that every stoplight you got to pick up your phone, right, and be like, oh, what's going on? That's who you want to be, right? Do you want to? I went and got my haircut. Everyone's lined up waiting for a haircut. Guess what they're doing? They're all staring at their phone. You cannot tell me, that you're being productive. Oh, that I'm checking email and I'm working off my phone. These people are zombies. Motherfucking bees. Zombies. They're not doing shit. They're not fucking doing any. Don't even give me the fucking I'm on LinkedIn messaging. You're saying shit to shit people about nothing. Nothing. Elevate who you talk to. Elevate when you talk to them, right? It's just try it. It's $200. You probably pissed away $200 on more stupid shit on Amazon than you can shake a stick at that's now sitting in your garage. Fucking pull the trigger, $200, pop a SIM card in there and give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. What I wanted to talk about was the AirPods. I got wired headphones now, right? But just everyone's with AirPods all the time. AirPods. No one's listening. I mean, how many fucking podcasts and Joe Rogan podcasts can you possibly fucking listen to? Like, more people. There's a false feeling of like, oh, I'm learning. Okay, if you're learning and you're gathering information, what the fuck are you doing with it? Are you doing anything with it? Are you doing the same old shit you did last year and the year before? Or you really do? Just because you know something, but wisdom comes from taking information, understanding the knowledge part of it, and then when you implement it, it becomes wisdom, right? Information, knowledge, wisdom. We have too much information and not enough wisdom in our life, right? When you disconnect from all this and go to a flip phone, you're going to have free time so that you can think through things, right? And turn some of this information into knowledge. Rant's over. Wishing you the best. Wishing you the best. You can call me on my flip phone. This is what I look like. Oh, I got one last story for you on the way out. So I had to go to this training. I'm doing some nonprofit work, and I had to go to a training seminar. And so you know what today's date is. So I had to go to a training seminar. And I literally, because I carried this sort of thing around so much, I just put it on the table with I think it was my keys, just because it was bulky in my pocket or whatever. And there was this younger girl. I'm 54, right? So I definitely remember what life before a smartphone was like. I don't think she was old enough to know what a life without a smartphone was like. And she was like, "Is that a real flip phone? You use a flip phone?" Like, she was mesmerized. And I have to admit that probably for the first 2 months, I kept my flip phone hidden more often because I felt like people were judging me. And now I don't give a fuck. And I threw it on the table. She's like, "Is that a real flip phone?" And she actually wanted to see it. So I handed it to her. And it was kind of an interesting thing. She thought I was like from outer space or something. Like, how do you live without a smartphone is what she asked me. And I'm like, that's a very complicated, long-ass, ranty type answer. That I didn't have time to give her. But you got the answer. So there you go. Wishing you the best. Call me on my flip phone. I'm going to leave a link down below to my mailing list, because I'm going to be doing more flip phone files, and I'd love to talk to people. I'd love to interview you if you're using a flip phone, or if you're thinking about a flip phone, right, and you're afraid to do it and you just want to kind of talk through it. I'd love to get side-by-side screen on YouTube, and let's have a little hash out about the whole flip phone situation and going into 2023. So get on my email list, hit a reply, let me know what's up, and let's do it. Love to talk to you. Wishing you the best.